Hey Steve, what's going on? This is the almighty WWE champion. Hey man, I heard you had this new YouTube channel, Hill Stevens. I just want to give you a shout out. I'm going to go check it out. And I think everybody else needs to make sure to tune into Around the Point because we've been contracted. And if you don't tune in, you're going to get some business from the herb business.
What is up, everybody? This is the new YouTube channel, Heel Stevens. Yeah, that new YouTube channel, Heel Stevens. Yeah, that is me. You're so new here. Holy crap. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your WWE Monday Night Raw review for April 12th, 2021. Listen, let's get this out of the way. All right, let's just be honest here, okay? Can we be honest for a second? I think everyone in their fucking mother right now is exhausted. Everyone's tired and shit. Everyone is just fucking exhausted. It's been a crazy fucking week with everything that's been going on, right? This is the point where I'm like, yo, I'm just exhausted. I'm tired, right? I think last week alone was the most active I've been on the channel in a long fucking time. But hey, it's the Dork Mania festivities. It doesn't feel the same anymore, right? But I do want to say, for me, the highlight of my WrestleMania week was that, honestly, the WWE champion giving yours truly an intro. In case you didn't hear it, I'm going to play it again for you guys. I'm going to play it again.
Hey Steve, what's going on? This is the almighty WWE champion. Hey man, I heard you had this new YouTube channel, Hill Stevens. I just want to give you a shout out. I'm going to go check it out. And I think everybody else needs to make sure to tune into Around the Point because we've been contracted. And if you don't tune in, you're going to get some business from the herb business.
Again, tell me. Again, name me another YouTuber, another podcaster that has the current WWE champion delivering a fucking intro. That to me again was a highlight. Yes, I want to thank Dave Sack for getting that done. Surprised me, literally surprised me and shit. Like, I got a surprise for him. Like, all right, cool. And he sent it to me and shit. It was like, wow, fucking awesome. Put it this way, I've had so far on the channel, right? I've had, and you think about it, right? I've had Tyrone, I had Dominic Dijakovic, Tama Tonga, and now Bobby Lashley giving yours truly an intro for the channel, all that stuff. But anyway, you guys don't give a shit about that. I mean, if you do, you do awesome, but you kind of get where I'm going with this, right? This is your Monday Night Raw review, like I mentioned before. Raw after Mania, Raw after Dork Mania. The think that we're still going to be getting that WrestleMania name is fucking insane, but it is what it is. I got to be honest with all of you. I know a lot of people were angry, were disappointed, not by WrestleMania. I mean, I guess you are. If you are, you are. But what I'm referring to is when you think of Raw after WrestleMania, it's supposed to be a big fucking deal, right? When you think of Raw after Mania, you think of who's going to show up, who's going to be the next main roster call up from NXT, what big thing is going to happen. Because the idea of Raw after Mania is the beginning of the new season, right? Almost like the beginning, what to expect and all that stuff leading up. And one thing that's missing, and also, by the way, you also have the chance of everyone, especially from the UK, losing their fucking minds and stuff. And this year, again, haven't really seen that. Obviously, again, with the pandemic, it's crazy to think how the show just felt different compared to how it was, I want to say, a couple of weeks ago, right? You were in the Thunderdome. You go back to a stadium full of people for like 2 fucking days or something like that, right? For WrestleMania. And you hear the chants and you hear everyone going crazy, right? And it's like, yo, we've missed that. I've missed that. And now here we are Monday Night Raw back in the Thunderdome. It's like, man, what the fuck? That's almost a feeling like, what the fuck? You know? And I was saying that on the podcast on Sunday when we were reviewing night 2 of WrestleMania, which, by the way, I'll have uploaded. It's already uploaded, but if you want to listen to the audio version of it, it's going to be uploaded probably later today or tomorrow, okay? I'll have it up there on the feed for those of you that want to listen to on the audio platforms, if you will. But I got to be honest, this Raw after Mania was terrible. I really didn't enjoy it. It was very disappointing. I will say this, yes, they're in a new Thunderdome. Apparently, it moved to the Yuling Center in the University of South Florida. That's where this new Thunderdome is located. And, I said this too in my mind. Like, you would think, right, hey, they allowed fans, like more fans, right, inside of the COVID Coliseum or the CWC last week for TakeOver, right? You felt the chance. They felt different. It felt strong, right? It felt more organic. At WrestleMania, oh my God, it was the first time in a long time in front of a large audience. Again, the chants were missed. They felt organic. And now here we are. We're back in this We're back in the Thunderdome. It is just to pipe the noise. It's people on the screens, and they didn't feel the same. And again, people were talking about, oh, who's going to come up from NXT? What's going to happen? And you think about it, right? The call-up has already happened. If you think about it, we've had on the main roster now Rhea Ripley, who is now the Raw Women's Champion, which, again, to each their own. And then Damian Priest, and I guess the people of Retribution that, that were there before. So we've had these call-ups, if you will. But if you're going to have main roster call-ups from NXT on a Raw after Mania, you want it to be in front of a crowd. I get it. We didn't have it. It is what it is. What I want to check out, though, I know the UFC is having a pay-per-view real soon. I know that for a fact. They're having a pay-per-view real soon in Jacksonville. And here's why I'm saying this, all right? Here's why I'm saying this. UFC 261 is going to be in Jacksonville, okay? And I said this on Twitter, literally. I don't know, right now I'm all over the place. I'm stoned. It is what it is. I said this on Monday. I'm of the belief, and I don't know how you guys may feel about this. I'm in the belief that WWE, and again, I don't know how long is this new deal with this new venue for the Thunderdome. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I'll say this. If it was up to me, and again, not really up to me, I don't own the company, but I would consider at least the pay-per-views. The pay-per-view. Not everyone. You're not going to get everyone done. Or not even fucking Backlash. WrestleMania after WrestleMania Backlash. It's not happening. But I'll consider trying to get a pay-per-view in a different city. Or, in an arena where things are allowed. Or there aren't that many restrictions. Or, if you kind of get what I'm saying. Basically Florida, basically Texas. What have you. Okay? Again, only for the pay-per-views. Or if you want to just do the big ones, then go ahead. So, and I'm saying it because I guarantee, listen, UFC 261 is going to be on the 24th of April from Jacksonville, Florida. And I guarantee you, WWE is going to be watching the show to see how the UFC is going to handle 100% capacity during this pandemic. They're going to want to see how the fuck they get this shit done. Because I guarantee you, if they're going to do a pay-per-view in an arena, the first spot they're going to do is Jacksonville. That same venue. I'm calling you right now. But that's what I would do going forward and stuff until everything opens up again. Anyway, with that being said, this Raw was garbage. Considering this was the Raw after WrestleMania, this Raw was complete hot garbage. Again, it's crazy to think. Again, you're at WrestleMania, all the fans chanting 2 nights, right? It was awesome. Then back to this new Thunderdome. Listen, they remodeled the whole thing. It doesn't look bad. I'm all for it because remodeling stuff once in a while. But it just didn't feel like a Raw after WrestleMania. It just felt like, you know what? Fuck this. We're tired. We need a vacation. Just throw anything on television. Considering that there's a pay-per-view coming up in a couple of weeks, WrestleMania Backlash. Holy shit, the Dorkmania name is going to get extended even further. But it is what it is. I don't know about you guys. If you thought the show was good or bad, I don't fucking know, but that's just my take on it. You can let me know in the comment threads or let me know over on social media on Twitter at HeelSteven or on IG. Check me out there as well. So I watched the show like everyone else, and I went into it. And again, this is the Raw after WrestleMania. Okay? No people or not people or no people in the building. People sitting down in the venue or people sitting on a computer in front of a computer. I don't give a shit. This is the Raw after WrestleMania. Put an effort, motherfuckers. Put a fucking effort. So this show kicked off. With Bobby Lashley walking into the building. He's wearing an orange suit. MVP. Everyone's congratulating. They're all clapping for him. Again, he retained his title. He retained his championship at WrestleMania against Drew McIntyre. Retained the title. And here we are. He's being congratulated by everybody. They're all fist pumping and whatever. Who comes out? You want to know who comes out? Michael fucking Kelso, a.k.a. Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle comes out. The same Matt Riddle who got his ass kicked at WrestleMania by Sheamus, even though it was a good match, but he lost, right? He was bleeding from the mouth. The same dude who forgot his lines a couple of weeks ago, that dude, comes out in his scooter, congratulates him, and proceeds to challenge him to a match. Yeah, makes no fucking sense. Mind you, Lashley was there to basically, when you think about it, he was there to celebrate, have his, I guess, ceremony, his celebration. Again, he won at WrestleMania. And again, this Riddle just kept on going and going and going. And Lashley just couldn't take it no more. So he's like, fuck. Then he just attacks him and calls him a loser. Calls him a fucking loser. And then accepts the challenge. And all that stuff. We get the match, by the way. You know what happened? Yeah, I'll tell you what happened. Bobby Lashley, yeah, the WWE champion, he won. Yeah, Bobby Lashley won. Bobby Lashley defeated Matt Riddle, or Riddle, if you will, right? That son of a bitch. He beat him. Yeah. I'm not surprised. Who would be surprised? And listen, I know a lot of the hardcore fan base, the hardcore, diehard fan base, right? That used to be on Riddle's nuts. Oh, he's going to be a big deal, this and that, right? They all hate him now. They all hate him, and I get it, the way he's booked, the way he's looked on the main roster. Meanwhile, and I know a lot of casuals who don't even watch wrestling like that, but when they'll tune in, they know who some of the characters are, and they see Riddle, and they happen to like him. They fucking like Riddle. So there has to be something working, right? Just saying. But people are saying as well, oh, he's getting punished. He's getting buried and all that stuff. Maybe he is. We don't fucking know. Yeah, I'm actually sipping, in case you guys don't fucking know. I'm sipping on a strawberry kiwi Snapple. Just got to work. Had a fucking cheesesteak sandwich with eggs, bacon, cheese, and then I had that fucking Snapple. Just fucking rocking. So we had that. And again, it just, you want to give the champ momentum. He's the champion. He won. And you wonder who's next in line. We found out later in the night, and oh boy. Oh my fucking God. That's all I got to say about that. We had Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin, who were at one time members of the Hurt Business, who I don't know why. No fucking idea why. No fucking clue why they decided to break up the Hurt Business. Still to this very fucking moment, I don't fucking know. So they come out and they face the return of the Viking Raiders. So for all of you who were upset that, oh man, there's no big, yeah, we got the return of the Viking Raiders. They're back. They returned, and you gotta remember they were out with an injury for so long. They were out with an injury, right? I think it was Ivar who was out with an injury for a long time, and he returns. And again, they had a competitive match. It wasn't like it was a one-sided beatdown. I think everyone was wondering, oh, it's going to be a one-sided beatdown. This is bullshit. And no, it wasn't like that at all. It was not like that at all. Eventually, yes, the Viking Raiders got through with the Viking experience. So there's that. I mean, does this do anything to the tag team division, in my opinion? Not really. Not to, again, to me, the tag team division is kind of crap right now still. But hey, another tag team just put out there basically on Monday Night Raw. So there was that. There was that too. What was I here? Where was I here? Let's see here. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh my god. I'm going all over the place right now. I'm going all over the place. Let's see here. We had Rhea Ripley. Not even that. So before this, right? We had a Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair came out. And again, you got to think about this, right? Charlotte Flair was not at WrestleMania, right? She was not at WrestleMania, right? She was not at WrestleMania, like I mentioned before, right? And she shows up on the Raw after WrestleMania. She shows up on the Raw after fucking WrestleMania. And she talks about not being there at WrestleMania. Again, it's WrestleMania, the biggest show of the year, and she wasn't even there, right? And I will tell you this. I know a lot of people don't like the character of Charlotte Flair. I get it. I totally fucking get it. But I'll say this. Okay? I will say this. I thought the promo was amazing. Because let's be real about it. With this promo, she can't be a babyface no more. She went in certain spots that I guess people weren't expecting her to go. She talked about how people thought she takes opportunities, how she is the opportunity. She is the opportunity, which I kind of chuckled a little bit, but hey, I get it. I understand it. Does this do anything for the women's division? No. She talked about how again it wasn't her fault that Asuka needed a partner. It's not her fault that that Lacey Evans got pregnant. It's not her fault that all that happened, right? And she was not at WrestleMania. So there was that. She walks away. But again, I liked this promo though. I liked it for what it was worth. I think that being said, we're gonna eventually get the rematch of Rhea and Charlotte. I don't agree what happened at the end, but hey, it was what it was. That being said, what did this do for the women's division on Raw? Nothing really. I think everyone here was expecting a big return of Becky Lynch, and that didn't happen. So there's that too. We ended up having Rhea Ripley versus Asuka in a WrestleMania rematch for the Raw Women's Championship. Because why the fuck not, right? We got to add something to the show. 3 hours, so fuck it. The match didn't go long because what do you know? Charlotte Flair came out again, barefoot and all, and attacked both Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. So here's the thing. Rhea just won the title at WrestleMania on was it Sunday? Yeah, it was on a Sunday. She won the championship. And then you have Charlotte Flair who's back, right? Yes, Charlotte Flair, do what you want. She's a name, right? What have you. And you just have her just beat the shit out of Asuka and your fucking new Raw Women's Champion. Which I didn't agree with, if you will. But it was what? Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm back. I'm sorry about that. Had to step out for a bit. I don't know how long that was, but I'll see and I'll let you guys know in the pinned comment. Just rewind a little further and fast forward, if you will, and that's it. Anyway, where was I here? I just didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that we had Charlotte Flair just beat up your women's champion just like that. Yes, even though she does have a win over Rhea Ripley. Fully aware of that. Just don't do that, if you will. But I know what's going to happen. The writing's on the wall. It's going to basically Charlotte Flair and Rhea. Here you go, Charlotte. Rhea Ripley on a fresh fucking plate. Here you go. Eat her up. I ain't gonna lie though. Charlotte's leg work, fucking beautiful. And I don't know if you guys caught it, but was Charlotte doing her promo? Did y'all notice anything on her finger? Did you notice anything on her finger? Just saying. We'll see. Anyway, let's continue on with the show. Let's continue on with this, shall we? Where was I here? Where was I? Where was I here? We also had somewhere in this, right? We also had somewhere in this shit. We had a backstage segment. I want to talk about this real quick. It's Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. And again, you all know Mandy busted her ass at WrestleMania. So I guess Nia was laughing at her and shit. Like, ha ha, you busted your ass, what have you. And Mandy goes and is like, yeah, you're right. I did, and this is what happened, but not. But she ends up slapping Nia Jax, just slaps the shit. And it was like the most terrible slap in the world. And it just felt awkward. It just felt awkward as shit. And you had Dana Brooke out of nowhere jump in, and they're trying to jump Nia for like 3 seconds. I shit you not. And it was so sloppy. Didn't look believable. And then they stood there. They stood there for a hot minute after they attacked Nia, as she was sitting there, and then they walked away. Like, what the fuck, bruh? What the fuck, if you will. What the fuck, bruh? But what can I tell you? What's up? Heel, no work today. Lucky for you, bro. Congrats, bro. I gotta go back to work later today, so I'm doing this real quick, then knocking the fuck out. But that was that. And then we had a match with him later on in the night. Drew McIntyre, I guess, was in the ring with MVP, trying to, I guess, get a rematch, acknowledge that, yes, he did lose, but he wants, again, you got to remember, I guess Drew got distracted at WrestleMania, and he, I guess, wants his rematch. He wants his rematch, right? Glitchy, that was horrible. Yeah, and I agree. Glitchy, I fucking agree. Couldn't agree more. And it's one of those things where, you know, again, Drew wants his rematch, even though he lost. MVP told him to get his ass back in line. And then out comes Care Bear. Yeah, fucking Care Bear comes out. That being Braun Strowman. And he's like, he wants you to get that back in line. It's his time because, hey, he has a win over Shane McMahon. He beats Shane McMahon, and he thinks he's worthy of a title shot. Yeah, he did throw him off top of the cage, but that shouldn't, you know, even grant you a championship match. That match was terrible. That match sucked, and we'll get into that. So then after this, Randy Orton comes out. The same Randy Orton who beat The Fiend. Some people say it wasn't even The Fiend. Some people say it was Bo Dallas. But what have you. And he wants a shot. Everybody wants a shot at Bobby Lashley. Adam Pearce comes out and he says, you know what? There's going to be a triple threat match. And the winner of the triple threat will go on to face Bobby Lashley at the next pay-per-view, which, by the way, in case you guys don't know, the next pay-per-view is going to be WrestleMania Backlash. Dorkmania Backlash, motherfuckers. Dorkmania Backlash. That's the name of the pay-per-view coming up. If that doesn't scream lazy, I don't know what will. So that was your main. That was your scheduled main event of the evening. Whatever. We had The Miz and Morrison with Maurice for a segment of Miz TV. I think yesterday was the season premiere of Miz and Mrs. And there was that. Again, I don't really watch Miz and Mrs. I don't, but I guess it was the season premiere. Yes, Backlash, WrestleMania Backlash. That's the name of the pay-per-view coming up. WrestleMania Backlash. I shit you not. Didn't Drew McIntyre retain his championship against Bobby Lashley last year? Yes, they did. They did. They're on a vacation, bro. Okay, they're on vacation. So they say. Yeah, so out came Miz, Morrison, and Maurice. I ain't gonna lie to you. A part of me thought, okay, they lost at WrestleMania. Heel, I have to go back to work. My supervisor is on to me. LOL. Peace out. I thought you weren't working today. What the fuck happened? Get to work. So I keep on saying so. I don't know why, but I do. Ooh. I felt like that was gonna happen, like a heel turn. Yeah, they lost to Bad Bunny and The Miz, and next thing you know, heel turn. Miz is gonna turn on Morrison. That's what I was expecting. Because why would his wife be there, right? Just saying. So no, they're talking about what happened at WrestleMania to an extent. Out comes Damian Priest, and they talk about Bad Bunny beating them and all that stuff. Well, this leads to them having a 2-on-1 handicap match. Miz and Morrison versus Damian Priest. And mind you, Miz and Morrison were dressed up in their suits, what have you. So they wrestled in suits. Here's the thing. I didn't like where this was going because I knew what was going to happen, right? I'm reading the comments here. I think one branch should have all the women and the other have all the tag teams. Yeah, no. Because you want to have, I guess, I don't know. Because the idea is you should have one set of tag teams. That's it, just one set. And I guess, and the idea they go through all shows. To balance the superstars and create more stories. Maybe. Didn't Miz betray Morrison? No, it didn't happen. I have work. LOL. Go live at night on the flower. Peace out. Man, that's only on weekends, night times. These reviews, though, again, I'm gonna try to review NXT tonight, and all that stuff. So, and then have unified champions. Maybe so. So, where was I here? We have the match, and yes, we see this all the time when someone wrestles in the suit. Miz got his whole suit ripped off. He's in his underwear. Maurice gets on the apron, distracts Damian Priest, and then he loses. Miz rolls up. Priest puts his foot on the ropes, and there you go. The lost. Again, I didn't agree with it. I just didn't fucking agree with it. Having him lose again. When you look at someone like Damian Priest, you know the guy can go. The guy's, for someone his size, he should not be doing some of the stuff that he does, but he does it anyway, and that's fine. It's totally fine. Again, I get this throwback of Diesel with a razor almost. I don't know. I just get that vibe off of Damian Priest. That being said, it sucks that he lost. Can think about it, right? He was protected heavily because he was affiliated with Bad Bunny, right? He got himself a good spot at WrestleMania. Got a lot of eyeballs on him. Just saying. And now Bad Bunny is going to go on and do his tour in 2022 that WWE is promoting. And once he's gone, now that he's gone, just like that, Damian Priest loses. Didn't like that at all. Did not like that. So there's that. Okay. There was that. From there, we go on to the tag team match of Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax versus Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose. Somewhere in this match, I don't know what the fuck happened. My bad. Somewhere in this match, again, like I said before, I don't know what the fuck happened here. Okay. Nia gets in the ring and she slips. And it started laughing. Everyone starts laughing and shit. And then, for whatever reason, Mandy and Dana haul ass. They leave the ring. And they haul ass. And they take a count out. They're like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not fucking worth it. That was so stupid. Again, you're facing the Raw women's, not bad. You're facing the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. It's not worth it against them. You might win the match and you get a shot at the titles. You might lose. But that shouldn't be the mentality when you're fighting the champion. Think about this, right? Yes, we might have seen in boxing before a boxer during a championship match, say no mas or quit, what have you, right? But you don't see that. But to me, no, I take that back. Yeah, we've seen it before, but it comes off so stupid. Like, you're going to quit during a championship match or in a match where you're facing the champion and the possibility of getting a championship match in the long run. So there is that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're going to become heels. I don't fucking know. I don't even care, to be honest. From there, we get Elias and Jackson Ryker. They're about to sing a song. And they get interrupted. They get interrupted by the New Day. The same New Day who lost at WrestleMania. The same New Day who got fucking tossed around by Amos or Omos. I don't know why they call him. Either he's Omos or Amos. I don't fucking know. That's what people are calling him. So they're talking back and forth, right? What was it here? And they talk about how, again, McCoy and Xavier were mocking them for getting destroyed by Braun Strowman. And then Elias gave it right back to them when he talked about Omos or whatever, taking their tag titles. We have the match, right? We have the fucking match for what it's worth. And what do you know? The New Day pick up the win with the up, up, down, down. And there was that. I mean, listen, the New Day won. What did this do for me? Nothing. I don't really have like anything about, like, oh, wow, they won the match, but they lost. Likely we'll get a rematch. We'll see, but there's that too. But for Elias and Riker, I don't know. Where do they go from here? Right? I don't know. I don't fucking care either. Anyway, moving on here, we get the main event. Drew McIntyre ran. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this. Holy shit. We had two segments. We had one segment of Alexa's Playground and the Firefly Funhouse. Alexa Bliss, who I guess is now taking over the role of the Fiend, as if now she's the Fiend, if you will. Talked about how at one time she was lost and then the darkness came and protected her, what have you. But then she realized that she never really needed the darkness to protect her anymore, as she became the darkness, and a lot of things are about to begin. You see the thumbnail. She has a new friend named Lillian, or Lily, the puppet. There's that too. They're on a swing set. She's laughing, but things are going to change apparently. It's only going to begin. You got to remember at WrestleMania, right? She distracted the Fiend and cost the Fiend the match against Randy Orton. And then we had Bray Wyatt, Mr. Rogers Bray Wyatt return, talking about there's going to be, new changes to the Funhouse, better than ever. They talk about how Alexa's gone now. They're playing choir music in the background. I feel like I'm watching church on a Sunday. So I don't know what they're going to do with it. Listen to me. The Bray Wyatt's done. It's over. This whole idea of the Fiend is done. I don't want to see it. I don't give a shit. I don't. And I know a lot of you feel the same way. I know a lot of you don't even have an interest in seeing this whole thing plan out no more. You don't. But we'll see what the fuck they're going to do. They're going to do what the fuck they want anyway. Then we get the main event. Now I can talk about the main event. Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, and Braun Strowman. The winner is going to face Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania Backlash. Boy, oh boy. What can I say here? The Monster Among Men, that being Braun, right? Care Bear, had the early advantage until McIntyre took him out with the steel steps. Orton dropped Drew onto the announcers table and after they went on a break. Everyone got their spots in, right? Orton got into the match too. McIntyre took over momentarily. Again, everyone just got their shit in here. Eventually, though, it was all said and done. McIntyre Orton hit Strowman with an RKO. But as he made the cover, McIntyre nailed him with the Claymore to steal the win. So McIntyre steals a win here. After this, MVP appears. He shows up. He distracts McIntyre. So T-Bar and Mace, the two guys that used to be in Retribution, could take him out from behind. Just takes him out. They both just take out Drew McIntyre. Everyone assuming now that, this is the new Hurt Business, right? You would think so. Now, listen, I don't want to shit on this right away. I don't want to crap on it. I don't want to sit there and be, this is terrible. Because I don't know. For all intents and purposes, we don't fucking know right now. Who to say, right? Like next week on Raw, they show up and you have MVP have these two guys unmask and reveal themselves for who they are. Dominic Dijakovic and who's the other announced guy? Fucking hell. I'm having a fucking brain fart right now. I'm having a fucking what the fuck moment right now. Dio Madden. There you go. Dio fucking Madden. Who'd to say, right? They just announced them and shit. Like, hey, and they get out of that fucking mask and the attire and shit. We'll see. So it could work. It could work. I just feel bad for Sheldon and Cedric in all this. But we'll see what's going to happen. Also, so that was Raw. What I also want to talk about real quick is the new announcer, the new commentator, right? That showed up on Monday Night Raw. If I have his new name here, I want to butcher the name here. Let's see. I want to get the name right at least. And I had it here for a second, but Adnan Verk is the new part of the announcers team for Monday Night Raw. It's basically Adnan Verk, it's Byron Saxton and Corey Graves. So here's the thing. I know a lot of people were shitting on Adnan Verk last night. Oh, he's terrible. He's this. I don't want to be that person right now. I want to give him at least 3 weeks, a 3-week trial to see how he is going to be. I mean, listen, it was his first day. Okay. You can't expect this guy on his first day to be fucking Gorilla Monsoon or Jim Ross or Gordon Soley. It's not happening. Okay. Not even Tony Schiavone or Excalibur level. It's not happening. Give it time. So there's that. And that was Raw. I mean, again, this was a terrible, garbage go-home show. And again, it has a lot to do with the fact that they're not in front of people. They're back in the Thunderdome. They're back to the screens, and there's that. I mean, but again, though, I do want to say that if you are WWE, right, what they should consider doing is, hey, try to take this shit eventually, at least the pay-per-views, right, to places where, hey, things are opening up, and you can have people instead of the arenas. At least the pay-per-views for now. And I guarantee you, and I said this earlier in the review, I guarantee you 2 weeks from now about April 24th, they're going to be watching that UFC pay-per-view. to see how they managed to get 100% capacity in Jacksonville. Don't be surprised if their upcoming pay-per-view after, like the next one, not this one coming up, but the next one after, right? Probably Money in the Bank, right? Who knows, right? It's going to be in Jacksonville. I'm calling it. Don't be surprised. But overall, again, Raw was garbage. It sucked. A terrible go-home show. Back to this reality, right? WrestleMania week is over with. Everyone back to their regular lives. Do what the fuck they want to do. I know one thing. For me, just back to playing FIFA, going to work, smoke some weed, and there's that. Anyway, guys, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Give the video a big old thumbs up. I'll be back probably tomorrow for an NXT review. Again, at this time as well, just so you know. So, yeah, there's that. I want to thank, again, Dave Sack for getting Bobby Lashley, the WWE champion, to do an intro or something like that for the YouTube channel, for the podcast, if you will. Like I mentioned before, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at HeelSteven. You're watching this either on YouTube or on Twitch. If whatever it is, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch, and all that fun stuff. All right. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. I'm Steve, and this is Wrestling and Whatever. But more importantly, it's another installment of Around the Point. Peace out, dorks.